That didn't sound like a crack.
I know. That's because you guys were going too damn fast.
Hollywood Hannah there. Part 3 on Lonnie's TXL. All right, let's do a recap from last week. Where'd that part go? Oh, here's that part. All right, last week, remember we got the cooling tower on, and we had to cut this off. What's this, Lonnie?
Just the tip.
Just the tip of the stud protector rail. We're not running studs anyways, and it's fine. There weren't even any rivets out there, so just the tip.
Just the tip.
Or dog treat.
All right, so tonight we are doing top loader chain case upgrade on this thing.
Yep.
Anymore, but that's what we're starting with is the top loader chain case upgrade.
Then we'll clean the carbs.
You're getting ahead of yourself there.
Details.
So we got, show them the parts we got. We got
Look at these two monkeys.
we got probably an XLT drive shaft, 4 drive wheels. It's got the sealing ring on it. Note that this is longer for 13 wide gears. So we will have to add a couple spacers behind it to make the gear bolt upright.
Can't get it out of there.
Oh,
Never mind.
Well, we got a jack shaft, same deal. It's probably off an XLT with the sealing ring, 13 wide gears. It's the upgraded one with the castle nut on it. So we like all of that.
Yep. That's all good stuff.
There's absolutely no downside to a top loader chain case. It bolts right in one of these old TXs or TXLs. It's got, you can run seal bearings plus seals, belt and suspenders, and you can run 13 wide chain in it, or you can shim it out for 11 wide chain if that's what you got. It's all good.
And it comes with a dipstick.
And it's got a dipstick.
And that's not the one that's checking the oil. It's the...
And it's got the easier to service brakes. That's why we call them a top loader. The brakes come in from the top. You don't have to take the chain case off to get to the caliper like you do on these old guys.
Yeah.
So
Good stuff.
there's the plan for tonight. Dogs are about to knock the camera over, so we're going to stop blabbing. All right, so we're showing you the old chain case here. I want to show you the bottom bearing. Notice it has a black seal. Probably been replaced because the original equipment had these red seals and they were an NTN bearing. We're going to check, but there's an extremely good chance that that is the original bearing from this was built in the fall of 76. So, that's like a 46-year-old bearing, most likely.
Wow.
It's different than the fall.
It's 47-year-old bearing.
Yeah.
All right, so to get these old chain cases off, you basically have to see the calipers floating, and what it's stomping on is the rotor. So you basically got to take the chain case, to get the chain case off,
You gotta take the rotor out.
you got to, no,
Or
you don't
the-
have to.
I mean the...
You got to leave the caliper behind, actually. So we got to take these 4 bolts off the top, and then we can pull the chain case off, and the caliper will be sitting there on the rotor,
Got it.
and then we can get the caliper off. So there's the advantage of the top loader. You can see how difficult this is to service your brake pads. Step 1 is remove the chain case.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah, the top loader, you just take off 2 bolts and flip your caliper over.
Yeah, right on.
So, I don't know. That's what we're going to get after. I just wanted to show you. When you see this, boy, you should be pretty suspicious that came out of Roseau that way back in the 1970s. Give her a couple more, Lonnie.
It's moving.
This is typical. The jack shaft is normally super tight, especially if it's potentially never been apart since this thing was built in 1976. Well, there you go. You got her now.
Yep.
Get that out of the way. There we go.
Bada bing, bada boom.
All right. Now you people can see what we're talking about. The caliper was totally trapped by the chain case, and we just do that.
Oh, that would suck having to do brakes on that.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but on the plus side, I've never really had a set of pads wear out.
I was going to say they.
I mean, these are probably the original pads from, once again, fall of 76 when this thing debuted as a 77.
Wow.
So, there you go.
Just like that.
What we doing, Lon?
Yeah, we're trying to.
We're harvesting hoses
We're
because
harvesting hoses.
the junkyard will provide.
It always does. God dang it.
Good enough.
I don't know. Is that big enough diameter to get the?
Oh yeah, that thing
through?
goes up to 1 3/8, and the hoses are only a little over an inch, so
All right.
it'll work. Plus, we're coming in with the body saw next.
Yeah, we got to come in and cut those out because it's not going to work the same way it did.
All right, little test fit after Lonnie's broken out a pretty good sweat.
Yeah.
Well, she's a hot dog in a hallway, but we got our edge trim here, so we're gonna put that around. And the goal is not to make the hole tighter. The goal is just to use the edge trim to make sure that we don't wear the.
Yeah, we don't get a hole in the hose. All right, there's the ticket. I'm telling you.
I got to get a tiny square file insert for that.
Square or round?
For that. No, we need a square. For the next time we do the carriage bolts, we don't have to do them by hand.
Exactly.
What do you mean we?
Yeah, what's this wee pale face?
All right, so Lonnie got some edge trim on here now, as you can see. And he's making lewd gestures with his hose in that hole, verifying the fit.
Yep. Just making sure it hits all the walls.
So the edge trim can't quite make this radius on these corners, but it kind of pinches together, makes a wedge. It'll keep the hose out of trouble.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get into any sharp edges right there.
No, we should be fine. Well, we might want to make that bottom one maybe just a little longer. We might come back and do that. We got more edge trim left. We'll add like another 1/4 inch. We'll pull that one off, add a 1/4
Once you
inch.
started moving it around, it slid in more.
Yep, shove it back. But we're just about there. So there's more steps to this liquid cooling thing than I originally anticipated. That's why we're on week 3.
You got a weld over here, dude.
I think
We'll weld it up later. We'll weld it up later. It's fine. All right, here's the kind of the whole point of a lot of work we did tonight. We wanted to get these hoses and these hose clamps on before the chain case goes on because they suck to get to once the chain case is on. So they're in place. So that's good. And the hoses, they just kind of end. And let's see, this one goes to the engine. And this one gets hose barbed into this one.
Yep.
And then this one down here
I'll
to the front cooler we're not going to use. We're going to cut it off.
Yeah.
Hose barb it. And that goes up here to the top. That goes up here. Should point the camera where I'm pointing to. That goes up to the cooling tower. Maybe in the bottom, maybe in the top. I don't know. We'll look at my 78 for reference.
Yep.
All right, just in case you lost the plot.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. There's a big crack right here that I got to weld up. So we're going to get the flange off of there. And then, I don't know. Some night this week, I'm going to weld it up when I'm here by myself because welding is a solitary job. It's best done without an audience. All right, so we're stopping there because I'm feeling fat and lazy. And
the end of the night.
it's the end of the night, and that all took a lot longer than it looked like on video.
We did make some progress, though.
Well, the mosquitoes tried to carry Lonnie away. I had to grab him by his cuff of his pants and pull him back down. He was out in the junkyard for a good 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was close.
And then
I had 9-1 dialed. One more one. You would have had a transfusion coming.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I lost at least half a gallon out there.
yeah, so legit we're stopped because I got to weld up that crack in Lonnie's chassis. before we go any further. And I'm just gonna, like I mentioned, I'm gonna do that by myself later. I prefer to, not have everybody in the shop when I'm welding, especially not the puppies. So, anyways, did you see the shirts? All right, so these are the real, just gonna clean the carb shirts. This is like the first revision of the TXL shirt. I'm gonna take this one down and I'm gonna move me on the sled. That's actually me. I'm gonna move that up and put the TXL over here so it's not on my belly so much. So by the time you see this video,
Why not?
it'll be on the website like that.
On your belly, okay.
It's okay. It's just kind of low.
If you lowered it, it'd be your belly button. The
Just
headlight.
about.
Oh, that's Brad back there.
Brad's
Nice.
playing cameraman and director.
Somebody has to direct this shit show.
There's that Brad that directs Roadkill. It's not him.
I think we got some good progress on this thing.
We made some good progress tonight, and we had a great shop night with the guys, and it's the off season, and we're in no hurry, and we've got no pressure.
Yeah.
So,
Car show season.
Car
the,
show
the
season.
main thing at this point is with try and get it right. So
yep.
we ran into a couple of challenges that we'll have to evaluate and figure out how we're going to make that happen. But I think we're good for right now.
I think we're good. I think it's just the liquid conversion seems so simple.
Until you get into it.
Put some coolers on and route hoses, and then it's, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to mount this and drill here. And
Hoses aren't made for this.
All of a sudden, it's not as simple.
Farley would like to offer me a tennis ball. All right, so we're rambling, but thanks to the patrons. Your names are up there.
Right on.
So, anyways, thanks, guys.
Yep.
And thanks to everybody else. Thanks, Tony, for kicking in a little money on this thing. And
we're using it up fast, Tony.
don't forget to get your shirts for the swap meets. You want to be styling. And we'll see you at the car show swap meets or wherever else. Puppies are moving the camera.
Woo!
All right,
Yep.
see ya.
See ya.
Hold on.